means that positions and leaders will become only if they have done something for the people. Say, what is it for me? What is it for me? It's not because of the vision that we should have, but about what we are doing to me first. And they came and said, Christ, someone who can bring food from nowhere. It's a king. When we be broke, he will bring food from nowhere. You have all the qualities to be king. And since you are too slow to put yourself as king, we will force you to be our king. And Christ saw it, and he perceived that, and he has to depart. So the Bible says that he told his disciples immediately to get into the boat and to go ahead of him. Now, the story is told that when Christ told it, he saw that even the disciples lost their mind because they joined the whole crowd screaming, our king, you are our king. You have to be our king. And Christ was so disappointed, saying, Matthew, John, James, Peter, leave the crowd, so ignorant. And he told his disciple, get in the boat and live. He said, but Christ said, get in the boat. Master, I say, get in the boat and get out. When they could see his face, his tone has changed. They got in the boat. And he stayed there and told the crowd, please, party is over. And when they left, he went on the mountain to pray. There by himself to pray. What do you do when people praise you? What do you do when they say you are the best employee in this company? What do you do when people say there's no one like you? Oh, without you, I'm What do you do when you become the spotlight, the highlight, the main character? What do you do when people praise you, they worship you? One of the preachers finished preaching, and when he went down, and just the way we usually do, and then we are there, and people come and greet you, came and greet him, and then one person told the preacher that was a very powerful thing. There's no one like you. There's no one like you. And the preacher told the guy that, yes, I know. The devil has already told me that the moment I got from the pulpit. The devil has already told me that when I got down from the pulpit. What do you do when you are the most intelligent person in school? What do you do? What do you do if you're the best basketball players or soccer players or tennis players? What do you do when they put you and they praise you, they award you, they put everything, it's very hard, This week has been marked by the event of one of the greatest sportsmen in the world when he's leaving sport, His last game. It took the whole highlights. The whole world came to watch it. They watch it. And they are the last. Lakers are the last. They're the last. But because this icon is leaving the NBA, it's the last game. Everybody's praising. Everything is. It looked as if he just won the championship. What do you do when you are the one? For Jesus, he goes on a mountain and prays. He goes on the mountain Father, forgive them. They did not see that you are the one who gave the food. Father, forgive them. Father, forgive them. They don't know. Forgive my disciples because they joined the crowd as well. Forgive them. And I would say that while they are there, in the boat and complaining, and I just imagine there because they left Jesus. By the way, they left Jesus there. And the people were gone. And they are also trying to go, to leave. And they're in the boat complaining. I just imagine Peter and telling them, say, what is wrong with this guy? This is an opportunity. This is the opportunity. The opportunity to crown as king. He missed the opportunity. Sometimes we confuse temptation with opportunity. Are you with me? Sometimes you have a temptation, you say, oh, this is my day. It is a good opportunity. Good opportunity. Sometimes, even some job offers that we receive, we call them job opportunities. But we don't know that actually somebody there is framing you to put you somewhere that your connection with God may collapse. You don't know, they say, oh, opportunity, call opportunity. We never hear about job temptation. Do you ever heard that? No, we don't hear about job temptation. After that, after two months, say, oh, I hate that job. Oh, but I thought it was opportunity. Opportunity. Don't confuse temptation with opportunity. When you know where you're going, you'll be able to see the difference between opportunity and temptation. This is not different from what the devil did to Christ in the desert. Here is the whole world. Bow down before me, and I'll give it to you. The same temptation came back again, but this time in the mouth of the disciples. You can be king. You can be king. They're complaining. And when you're complaining, God always, a writer said that the storm that came, are you with me? The storm that came was a reflection of their mindset. You didn't hear me? Listen again. The storm that came upon the water was the reflection of what was going on in their mind. The stormy scene is what actually was happening among them and in their mind. They were so bitter, so distracted, so accusing God and Jesus that he doesn't know even his own plan, that God just projected, are you with me? He projected in nature, he put on a big screen of nature what was going on among them. And they were shocked. So what happened is that they were in the boat trying to run away, from the shore, going to where they were going. But they couldn't go anywhere. The Bible said that the wind was against them. If the wind is against you, just abandon and go back home. Are you with me? If I want to go this way and the wind is against me, fine, let me just go back. But it was more than that. They were very far from the shore. They could not go where they were going. And they could not even go back. The word is used in NIV. Those who have NIV say buffeted by the wind. You don't know where you're going. You are stuck. The only thing that could happen to them is one. Death. By the way, whenever we hear about disciples, we all think they are all fishermen, right? Right? I don't know why. Personally, when I say disciples, I think of fishermen, right? But look, if you consider how many people were fishermen, assuming that Andrew was a fisherman, because the Bible didn't say he was actually a fisherman, but he was helping his brother Peter, right? So if we can say maybe Andrew is also a fisherman, so only 4. The rest, they were now fishermen. So in the world, we always think of them as fishermen. Matthew has no clue how to take the boat from this place to go there. Judah had no idea. Thomas, nothing. They don't know. But now, if there are only 3 or 4 disciples who could do well, and these 4 they're also crying. Imagine if the captain of the plane starts crying. That's the last thing you want to see. The last thing you want to see. You know, one day we were taking a plane, and then when we landed, the captain said that let us clap for our student who just passed his test. Wow. And we were flying for 4 hours. And just let us say, let everybody clap. He passed his test. I said, who? The guy was there, was a student pilot. But they cannot tell you from the beginning, hey, today, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome our new pilot. He's trying for the first time to pass his test. So can you bear with us? You know, I said, no, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. When the pilot, when you don't trust the pilot, then that's it. When you don't trust in Peter and all these people, that's it. And they were so complaining about Christ that Christ allowed the idea to be protected in nature, and the storm came upon them. Came upon them when Christ was still there praying. He was still there praying. The Bible says, on the 4th watch, you know, they divided time into 4 watches, right? The 4th one is the one is from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's early in the morning, right? So Christ was there the whole night. And since they didn't know where they are going, Christ came and just decided just to, to walk, to walk on water. I ask myself, this just show off, man. I don't have a ride. Okay, I just fly. It's so cool. Oh, they left me here on that island. What they do? Okay, let me just walk on the water. Walk on the water. But I'm saying, but it's unlike Jesus. Christ doesn't do things to please himself. He has never done anything to please himself. He always performed miracles when he wants to help other people. 4th watch. 4th, or number 4, runs through the Bible. Christ came to the tomb of Lazarus the 4th day. He came in this world 4,000 years after sin. Actually, Galatians 4, verse 4 says that at the right time, Christ was born of a woman. 4 is a symbol of the right time. The right time. Not too soon. Right time. He walked on the water going towards his disciples. Now, my objective in this presentation is for you to understand what will happen between the boat and Christ. Are you together? Many people, actually, when you read other texts, like Mark and John, they don't talk about Peter walking on the water, right? They don't talk about it. And actually, they don't even stress so much about Jesus walking on the water anyway. And that's why many scholars, they believe that Christ didn't walk on the water. He didn't. They say that it's as if the boat was close to the shore, and Christ just walked in the water to help them to pull the... I say, okay, I got you. That's what John 6 may seem to say. But if you understand what Matthew is bringing here, is this. If he didn't walk on the water, why would Peter ask him to come in the water? And why would Peter sink if he was just... I Are you together? It means that it's not by the shore. It was deep. It was deep. Deep end. You know, when I was growing up, I never used to swim. But I still don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. It's weird. Let me tell you something. You put me in the water, you throw me in the water, I'm not staying in the water. That's all I know. I will gonna. You push me in the water, I don't know how it's gonna happen. I will do anything, but I'll be out. No matter what. When we saw, like, we were in our childhood, we had a party. All of us were around the pool. So, my cousin's place. So I was there, people were swimming, diving in the water, and I don't know what got in my mind. I came and just stand by the deep end. Another girl came behind me and just pushed me. She thought that not everybody who is standing by the pool knows how to swim. When she pushed me, the big swimming pool. Okay, when you're a child, all pools are big, right? So she pushed me in the water. My cousin was just there like that. He's dead. Because he knew that I didn't know how to swim. I'm telling you, I crossed from that deep end to the other end. I don't know what I did, but I couldn't stay in the water. That's not possible. Now, if Peter was close to the shore, being a fisherman, and he was sinking, there is no way he would stay in the water. He would start swimming or something to come up. But if Peter really asked for help, it tells us about the nature of the water, what was happening. Are we together?
Yes.
So Christ walked on the water, going towards them. And when they saw him, the first that came to their mind is what? It's a ghost. Now, those are grown-ups, right? Those are grown-ups. Ghosts cannot come as the first thing in your mind. I mean, kids will say, oh, it's a ghost. I will say, okay, fine. I don't understand. But for grown-ups to believe that what they see is a ghost, that's crazy. That's madness. But you know what? When you are in the difficulties, I know they don't believe in ghosts. They don't. But when you're in difficulties, your fear will unleash all the beliefs that you suppress. Have you found what I'm saying here?
Yes.
All the things that you start believing and you put down, because you are so fearful, you started believing them. You are driving on a nice Friday to a gym. There's something happened. You say, oh man, I forgot today is Friday 13. Maybe that's what's happening. Something wrong happened to me today. All the things that you never used to believe in will come back to memory. Imagination will take hold of you. Do you know an animal that the Bible always talks about? The Leviathan. Have you heard about that? Have you ever seen one? Huh? Have you seen one? How does it look like? It is the symbol of imagination in the Bible. It's a symbol of imagination. And when the Bible says that I can even lose and take hold of the Leviathan, when God said that, it means that I can take hold of your imagination. What is scaring you, I will take hold of it. God does not only save you from what is real, but He saves you also from what is not real. Come on, man. He saves you also from what is not real. What is scaring you. God will save you from all your worst nightmares. He will come and save you. It will not happen. But since they disturb you, He will come and save you from it. Save you from it. And so it goes. I don't know if I told that story, you know, in ghost. It's something you don't play with. Even if you are a Christian, whenever goes, you will have a moment where you need to consider again. in Zambia, some people, I don't know if I told that story, they used to exhume bodies. When you bury somebody, they come back and exhume the body to exhume and to get jewelries and on the nice suit, the nice dress they put the person in. They come and say, why is the dead person having all these things and I'm here suffering? They come and they dig and they remove all the things. They put back the body and then they go. Do that every time. So it became rampant, very wild, bad in the whole city. So the government, they decided that we need to put cops everywhere in cemeteries just to protect things. I think we protect dead bodies. So when this guy, they caught him, he was digging, was already in the hole, trying to remove, not to exhume the body. So they found him and then they said, you, what are you doing there? This guy came out, he knew he was caught already, but he knew one thing. Everybody, even if you are whatever, you are a cop, you will get scared. So he got up. He said, we ask you, what are you doing here? All the cops, like the 5 or 6 of them. And this guy started dusting himself. Say, I told these people not to bury me here. He said, what did you say? I said, I told them not to bury me here. I don't know why. Whoa, what a minute. So the other moment, they say, is it a ghost or is it a real person, a thief? They say, we better be wrong. And they should run away. Why? Because you don't play with ghosts. You don't play with ghosts. You don't give him a second chance with ghosts. You rather go away than to try to be so strong and mighty and brave. Just run away. And they ran away. They asked him what happened. He said, this happened. This guy told us that I told them not to bury me here. Why did they bury me here? And who speaks like that? And they went away. Why? Because ghosts, they always remain until the end of time. They have a place in our fear, in our hearts. You may suppress it today, but when you will be in fear, they will come back to memory. God saves from your worst nightmare. He saves from your worst nightmare. And in the boat, and Christ was walking on the water. You know, in John, let me tell you how it looks even. In John 6, when you read the account, the Bible says that, and also each one we say the same thing. He said that Christ came, this is the boat, right? He said Christ was walking as if he was passing them. Are you with me? All right. Imagine you're in the boat screaming as someone just walked like this. Now, what will come to your mind? Someone just walked like, you are here. Then I talk to you, go like this. In the water. Oh, no, come on. That's the most logical thing that comes to your mind. The most logical thing that comes to your mind. This is a ghost. And they started screaming louder. The fear of the ghost was worse than the fear of death. Are you with me? The fear of their imagination was worse than the fear of their reality. Death. And Christ said immediately. You know, I like the word immediately in this text. If you notice well, the word immediately appears like 3 or 4 times in this text. Immediately, he told them to get into the boat and leave. Immediately, he told them, he said, if you go back, the first one, he said immediately, he told them to go. The second one is this. And they cried out for fear. But immediately, Jesus spoke to them saying, be of good cheer. It is I. He doesn't waste time to comfort you. And I wish he says this to you today. To not be afraid. It is I. know, sometimes stress will make you reconsider even in your own blessing. Stress will make you reconsider your own blessing. In science, they say, what stress does to your brain, you have no idea. It reshapes the structure of your mind. The structure of your mind. May you hear those words again today. Don't worry. It is I. In your worst time, as if the world is against you, and you doubt if this life is still worth living. Christ says, be of good cheer. It is I. Even when things are not going according to your plans, like that boat that was there, he will say, it is I. It is I. It is I. It is I. The text that we read today, about Christ, I love this text because I commit it to memory. Because when we were in war and bullets was, you could hear bullet whistling next to you and exploding things next to you, and a rocket hitting a tree right where you are, and you still remain alive, and the tears will well down from your eyes without you asking them to come out. You're saying, tears coming. Those words came to my mind. God is our refuge. God is our refuge. When things are so nasty, and you don't know where to go and what counselor you should have to make your relationship straight, your life straight, God is our refuge. When you don't know what to do tomorrow, and when you want to pay fees or whatever it is, all the troubles of this world, he said, God is our refuge. A very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. Then when the mountains are removed, the ground is removed, God becomes a refuge. He becomes a refuge. And because of that, Peter opened his mouth and said, Lord, if it's you, command me to come to you on the water. Look, he's not saying, if it's you, look, I'm coming. He will be dead. He said, Lord, if it is you, command me. Means that speak the word. Pave the path. Let the word transform this water into ice, to solid ground, for me to put, not for them to obey my step, to hold me. And Christ said, come. Now, I'm telling you, it may look so simple, but when Christ said, come, if it was me, I wish he didn't say that. Because at least I would have an excuse not to walk on water, not to die. He said, come, bang. Lord, I was just kidding. I didn't mean what I mean. I can't walk on water. You know what I mean? But he said, come. It wasn't a sermon or philosophy or psychology or many books or many studies. It was only one word. Come. come. What is before it, after it? Nothing. Just come. It stands on its own. Come. And the Bible said that, and Peter was is now getting out of the boat to go to Christ. Oh. Look, imagine all the disciples talking. And just imagine his brother, Andrew, say, Peter, where are you going, man? He said, I'm going to say, Mom didn't tell you that we don't walk on water? What? You missed your class for physics or something? People don't walk on water. And John said, oh, man, Peter, where are you going? You're the best captain here. If you come out, we are gone. Stay here, by the way. Did you say that this man could be a ghost? Why are you going there? And I hear Thomas saying, oh, Peter, don't go. You know, if it's Jesus, tell him to come. If he started walking on the water already, just tell him to finish his walk and to come and get in the boat and here. Don't you know that many is stronger? Just stay one. We stay here together. Don't go. What do you want to just die like that? You are a family. you are a family. What do you want to show that you are always so spiritual? To be always outstanding. Why do you want to show off that you are the one who has the perfect diet, the perfect way of praying, the perfect thing? You want to show that you are the only one who knows Christ. Why do you want to do such things? You're going to hurt yourself. Just stay here, stay with us. We look better when we are together. Why do you want to? And I go here, Peter's just imagine Peter saying, I know. All you say it is true. But brothers, he is calling me. That's more weight than all the philosophies of this world. Because he called me. I'm going. You know, brothers and sisters, there's some sin that we commit as a country. And since we all commit them, we don't see them as sins anymore, because all of us commit them. There are sins that, there are sins that we commit as a community. That since we all commit those sins, we don't judge one another. We are fine. There are sins that we commit as a church. Because we all commit them, we are fine, because we all look good. There are sins that we commit as a family. Since we are all committing them, no one can judge one another. The religion of the mass, the religion of the crowd. And there's nothing worse than a family sin, a community sin, or a church sin. Because it's very hard for someone to stand out. If one person tries to stand out, we all have eyes on him or her. What? You want to see that you are now easy white nowadays? The religion of the mass. We don't give people the grace, the privilege to be different from us. We don't give people that. As long as you look like us, you are part of us. The moment you look different, we label you as an enemy. As an enemy. Stranger, you don't belong. You don't belong. And Peter caught and walked on water, going to Jesus Christ. He could walk because Christ said so. He could walk because Christ said so. Fortunately, he looked at the waves and started sinking. And I could just hear the crowd. Didn't we tell you? Didn't we tell you? Look, didn't we tell you that no one can live without sin? Didn't we tell you that no one can keep the commandments? Did you tell why are you trying to be the Holy One? Don't you the Ten Commandments, they're just there to emphasize some principle, but God doesn't mean them. He came down, he wrote them on the table just for fun. You can sometimes keep them and don't keep them, choose whatever you want. It's just there to beautify our sinful life, our wickedness. He didn't mean them. Christ meant that Peter should come. He meant it. He meant it. When I look at Christ walking on the water, look at what he's saying here. I ask myself, why does he have to walk on the water? He was walking on the water to tell you and me, whatever is disturbing you, whatever is making you so sad, look, I'm walking on them. I'm walking on whatever is bothering your life. I'm walking on them. Amen. Sin, self, mention them, crisis, death, all the craziness we have in the world. Christ walks on them. He walks on them. So he's the only one who can walk on them. He's the Son of God. He said, no. Look who else is walking on the water. Peter, you can also be like Christ. You can walk like him. You can be like him. You can obey like him. That's why he allowed him to come on the water. He didn't say, hey, Peter, just stay there. This job is only for me. No, he didn't say that. Come. And he walked on the water. And when I started thinking, oh man, that's the most beautiful part of it. Whenever you are on that road, Christ, praise God, knows that you are outside of the boat because of him. Are you with me? Yes. He knows that you are on that path because of him. So he is responsible of your life. He is responsible of your life. Whenever you choose to obey him, God becomes responsible of your life. No matter what happened to you, it becomes his problem. Amen. And the Bible says that Christ stretched his hand. I didn't know how far it was, but he stretched his hand and grabbed him. Why did you doubt, Peter? You were doing so well. And guess what? Guess what? They had to walk on the water again to get in the boat. This time, he's walking with Christ on the sea, where no one walks alone. He walked with him, and he got into the boat. And the Bible says that, if you read the last text, the Bible says this, very shamefully. Then those who were in the boat came and worshipped him, saying, truly you are the Son of God. Oh, all of them, they worship him. Everybody worships him, everybody. But there's only one person who walked on the water, Peter. Meaning that all of us can be here worshiping, praising God, but how many are worshiping according to the truth? Peter's worship was true because he actually walked on the water with Christ. So he could give a good worship in truth and in spirit. We can keep worshiping, praising him, but those things are not true in our lives. They're not true. They're pure lies. We stand and we open hymns, we sing, but nothing in what we are saying is true. Nothing is true. It's like we become like people who just come and fake life. We fake our lives. We fake worship. Nothing that they say is true. Nothing. But if you choose to step out of the boat, I'm telling you, God will give you a testimony. Yes. Amen. Amen. He will give you a testimony. Yes. That's what you say. Come. Let's be different. Let's be like Christ. Let's be like him. The Bible says, he who says he abides in him ought himself also walk just as he walked. You cannot beat that. You cannot say it's out of context. It's here. If your desire, you say, God, I've been hiding myself behind the group, the crowd, the church, the mass, the people. And I continue to live that life, that ugly life. Lord, I want to give this time, this opportunity to you to make something unique out of my life. I just don't want to be just a common Christian. I want to be the outstanding Christian. Outstanding people. At the end, they will stand before God. And the people in heaven will ask, who are these people? And they will say, these are they. These are they. They are not like us. These are they who have washed their own in the blood of the Lamb. They have gone through the great tribulation and they came out of it. And there's no one like them. Don't you want to be part of a group of people who are different? Or are you satisfied with bread and fish? Common place religion. If your prayer is that, this is my prayer as well. Stand with me that we may ask our Father to make us special to you. If you want to be different, so let's pray together. It's your time. Stand with me, just pray. You want to be different. You want to be different. You want to be unique. Our Father, we thank you. We thank you because you are a God of amazing things. You're not a boring God. Life with you is full of excitement, but the right excitement. Father, we are sorry that we have joined the crowd in forcing you in a way that you did not want to go. We have been hiding ourselves in the mass, in the crowd, pretending we are worshiping you, but actually, in truth, we were not. We were just playing safe with you. Just in case you don't exist, we still have a foot in the world. Lord, you know our lives are not good. You know our spiritual lives, you know our family lives, you know our homes. And Lord, it's very hard for us to stand out for you without being put down by others and looked down upon by others. Please, help us come to you and all those difficulties and be able to stand with you on that water of trouble, of sins, and give us the grace to actually live like you. It's not out of pride we are praying today, Father. It's out of humility. Because we acknowledge and recognize that we are not being true to you. May the prayer of your children as they're standing before you be accepted by you. Amen. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Started to sing a closing hymn 550.